In addition to a lot of ways that I'm geeky, I love efficiency. How do you do things better? And I want to share that. And I'm hoping that everyone will leave here with one cool tip that they can apply to their life to get one more thing done or get closer to where they want to be. The most obvious advice anyone gives on this front is to focus, right? Which is kind of like saying, well, if you diet and exercise, you'll lose weight, which is great, and we'll do it sometime next week, maybe. So how do you choose what to focus? And the company I look towards is Toyota. And Toyota, anyone familiar with lean manufacturing, Kaizen? What they basically do is they say, how do we fix this process and what do we start with? And how do we make these decisions? And the way they've done that and really changed the automotive industry and a lot of other industries is they start with what's waste. They don't say, let's take less time to do everything. They say, let's just take as little time as possible to do the crap, the shit that we don't want to do, that we shouldn't be doing, the garbage, the junk, whatever that is. And so going through your life and coming up with that process is critical. And tools to help you do that. How many people, getting things done? We'll practice it. You have to have one task list. You can't have 19 task lists. So I'm going to keep going with rapid fire things here. One task list, one place to keep all your information. Don't transfer it. You have to trust it. And you can't have a task list unless you also have a place for your wish list and your buck and your reference material. If you don't trust that things are going to be where they need to be when you need them, you're going to have 3 lists. How many people have 3 lists? Just out of curiosity, be honest. It's not a good thing. The other thing you have to trust is timely reminders. Don't you hate it when you read this thing? You got to do that tomorrow. You got to do that in 2 hours. You got to do that in an hour. You got to do that in 15 minutes. You got to do that in 12 minutes. Have a way to do the one thing you have to do at that time. And if you trust that system, it doesn't have to be in your head. You can get on to other things. Okay, so say it out loud, everyone. Email is not a task list. It is not your. I mean, this is like the card. Hondro, you? Come on! This is not right. This is not right. How many people have 0 inbox? I was so proud. I sent an email around to the company as I was getting ready for this talk. I said, who has 0 inbox? There were only 2 people that had more than 3 messages in their inbox at the time, and they were both down below 3 by the end of the day. Woo! Gravity surprise. Okay, read emails once. One of the reasons for that is count up the seconds, microseconds, minutes, and mind share and distractions that you have by reading the same message over and over and over again because it's in your inbox. Process it, get it out of there. 5-minute rule. You read an email, if you can do it in 5 minutes, you deal with it. You get someone comes in and asks you a question, if you can do it in 5 minutes, deal with it. Don't write it on a task list, transfer it to another task list, email it to yourself, text yourself, tell your wife about it, and then do it. You just tripled the friggin' time, right? Rule of 3, this is from Gavin, actually. When I was young and naive, I used to think that the best thing you could create, software or whatever, is something that can last through the future. You could future-proof it. And Gavin said, you don't have a crystal ball, what good's that? Unless you do it 3 times, don't proceduralize it. Maybe take some notes, but don't waste your time making a process for what you're not going to do. Is this what people do when they're stressed usually? No. What usually people do is say, I have a deadline, I have to work harder, I have to work faster. The best thing you can do is just sit down and say, what do I need to do? What's the order? What are the priorities? And ask for help. First break all the rules basically says you're good at some things, you're not good at other things. Focus on the things you do best and partner with people to do the things that you're not necessarily as strong at. I'm reading a lot of resumes right now because we're hiring a project manager, and I would say a good quarter or a third of them say that they're excellent multitaskers, which to me says I can't prioritize it and actually get things done. I'm a huge fan of working at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning because no one bothers me. I get a lot of stuff done. 6 o'clock, sometimes there's kids up then, so believe it or not, 7's actually easier sometimes. Close your door, work from home, work from a coffee house, whatever you need to do. We have, at Gravity Switch, done almost 1,000 ideas that fit, that can be written on the back of a business card. They cost less than $30 and took less than 30 minutes to do. Think about all those tiny improvements that are really easy to do that change our life every single day. And we also have a rule which is 2 weeks and 10 hours. Someone has an amazing idea. It's a big idea. It's a great idea. I'd say to them, if you can do it in 2 weeks, you can show progress in 2 weeks and 10 hours, let's take it to the next step. If you can't, you don't care about it. Let's not keep focusing on it. Let's not talk about it. Let's focus on other things. And then the other thing is speed up. We have gone in and Kaizened our web design process. We now make websites that would take us 8 months in less than a month. They win more awards, more kudos from the customers, less risk to budget. It's amazing. So just challenge yourself to get junk out of your process. In a short time, we'll make that happen. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.